You got a complete machine shop here, huh?
Oh yeah, we built NASCAR engines.
Oh my gosh.
We were Cup for 2 half seasons. We qualified all but 3 races in 2 half seasons.
And what years was that you ran?
04 and 05. Okay, and then we did truck through 08. But we licensed truck for NASCAR, but we started doing driver development with some of the NASCAR teams. We were running drivers and testing them.
Gotcha.
We had 2 trucks that we built. So we ran the trucks in the Fast Truck Series.
Yes.
Well, we dominated that for 2 years. I mean,
Was that New Smyrna Speedway?
It ran New Smyrna. It ran all over Florida.
Gotcha.
They run different
Did the
tracks.
circuit.
Yeah, but you can see this is some of the port work and stuff that I do. That's a big block Chevy.
What heads are those?
These are just an oval port, but it's a street motor. It's about a 650 horse, 620 foot-pound, something like that, or 650 foot-pound and 620 horse.
Head work is so important on a car.
Oh, yeah.
It just makes it or breaks
This is
it.
a stroker kit for a GTX down here, which is started as a 440. This is a 505 stroker, as
nice.
opposed to a 541, but that's what this is. These are bushings for another dump that we're building. That's the fuel injection that was bad. This is the 389 that goes to my
Your
66.
GTO.
Okay, it's all brand new. It's roller cam conversion. I got the heads all tricked out. They're right here. Actually, those are the heads. The seats are being done on them, but they're ported and balls landed and all that stuff. So you can see them if you want to see what they look like. Here's the exhaust side of one. You can look right down in them.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then the intake side. See.
Perfect.
And you can see the bowls in them are contoured nicely. I haven't finished them because the seats aren't done, but when they're finished, then I'll finish the blend on that. And then these are done. And this motor should make about 550 horse, maybe 570.
It's about 600 foot-pound torque, probably.
Over 6. I would say around 620.
Wow.
It is an original tri-power, and all the carburetors are brand new. Manifolds, the original manifold. The guy that I got it from had bought all new Rochesters for it. It's all brand new. It's mounted. It's ready to go right back on the rock.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it's going to make a nice car for somebody. And I'm doing that car, unless somebody comes in and buys it before I get to the paint, I'm doing it in red candy with gold base, and I'm going to ghost flames on it in the
nice.
gold pearl, the gold base, you know.
And it's a 66, you said?
66, 4-speed, all original numbers matching.
12-bolt rear.
12-bolt rear. Positive. And this is our breakdown
Oh,
area.
God, look at all these rods.
Jet cam. Yeah, that's where we've taken rods out and put different set of rods in, or a good set of rods, or stroker, or things. That's what all these are. But I save them because they're good rods. And if somebody needs a rod, you know, here's a whole set that's balanced. Don't change one rod, just change them all.
Quick story on a guy that I grew up with across the street. He worked for GM, Proving Ground, Jim Smith. Do you know Jim Smith? He worked for GM, and he was at the Proving Grounds, and they used to throw him keys to like a 69 Z28 DZ car and say, take it to Florida, see if you can blow it up. And he was instrumental with a lot of performance cars throughout the day.
Wow.
And he got
familiar. I think I.
well. He helped on an IMSA team. He was working IMSA teams, and he was doing all the electronics, all the software programs for them. And then, but he got me in Smokey Unick's garage in 1976, and I got pictures of me in his Indy car. But we got to spend a lot of time in Smokey's garage.
Block that he built. That I lived right up the street from. Okay? My stepfather was good friends with him, but the guy who we were partnered with in engine development was a man named Carl Wigner.
Yes.
He's out of Wisconsin. He's dead now. He died 2 years ago now. Diabetes finally got him, but his son's still running the shop. But he did all the Screaming Eagle stuff, but he was the largest single NASCAR engine builder in the country. He built 43 NASCAR engines a week.
Wow.
That's what he did. And he took care of ARCA, he took care of Winston Cup, or the old Grand Nationals, and he took care of NASCAR, both Cup and Truck. And they swapped out them engines every race. 43 of them rolled over every week, you know. So crazy built. But he and I and my son were partnered together, and the man that I just talked to on the phone, that was John Baiamani. He was my partner in NASCAR. We developed a spec engine for NASCAR, and Yates is building those engines today. Carl got in a fight with NASCAR. They threw him a check for $800,000, told him to get the fuck out of the office, and gave it to Yates. And we developed the motor. We didn't. More Carl did than anything. I was more of a financial input and a student. I'd learned it from the guru, and he was a guru. So he was a good man. As far as engines and drag racing and those kind of things, I've done that since I was 14. I built my own motors. I started with a motorcycle engine and a 327.
Same here.
My buddy's 56 Chevy, and his father was a deacon in the church and wouldn't touch it. And he gave him all kinds of stuff. This is all stuff pending to be done here.
Wow.
You can see, that's our home. This is the engine that goes in that black Camaro that was over there.
Okay, gotcha.
This one here is being done for another project. That's a Stoker small block. This one had to have a sleeve in it, punched out, ready to go. This is our crank balancer and our static areas where we balance them, and then they spin down from here. This is a magnet flux.
Wow.
Check for cracks. We don't use it hardly at all anymore because nobody wants to pay for it. You know, so
I like your fuck Biden deal there.
I did that because we have a lot of women that come in here, so rather than put it out front, which I started to hang it in the window because that's how I feel. Fuck this son of a bitch.
I'm with you.
Truthfully, this man should be drug out in the street and executed. I mean, what he's done to this country is a goddamn travesty. But it is what
That's a different story. We won't get into all that.
Well, I've been involved in politics, and when you go through my office, you'll see. But this guy broke spark plugs, so my son's fixing this for him. He's got to drill it out. And these are all the engines that are down there, and those are all core engines.
Oh, gotcha. There's that Viper motor, huh?
That's the Viper motor. You can see.
You don't have to do anything to this. Or you're gonna go into it.
Oh, I already built it.
Oh, you already built it.
Yeah, it's done. I'm just waiting to put it in. This
So
is
what's
all-
the specs on that?
It's
1,000 horse.
no, it's going to be shy of it. They said with these heads, I'd be limited to about 850. So
Wow.
it's probably going to be 850, 900, somewhere in that vicinity. But it's
Torquey. What's the torque gonna be on that thing?
massive. And it should, the cams that are in this is the biggest cam that they would sell me for this. There's only one source for these cams now in the country, period. AP, Industrial Performance, or AP, some kind of performance, I can't remember, but they bought all the cores for these cams from every cam manufacturer. And they had 1,400. When I bought the cam for this, they only had 220 of them left.
Wow.
And that was it. When they're gone, unless somebody steps up and makes the cores.
What's the cam specs on that?
It was about 700 lift. It's 690 something and 650, I think, on the exhaust.
This thing's gonna sound amazing.
Yeah, and then this has a real big overlap in it to accelerate the